Yeah, dog shit. Holy sh. Yeah, dog shit nigga was gonna be a topic. What topic are you gonna defend? So, can you just establish a topic? Why are you not speaking? Hello?
No.
Yeah, so what's gonna be the topic?
Give me 1 second.
I'll give you 50 seconds. That's also fine.
Corey, did you think that was rhetorical?
Yeah, it was rhetorical.
Yeah, and you're the only person who thinks that.
Yeah, I don't give a shit. There's literally only 2 people in the VC.
3.
So that means only Kuro and you.
Already wrong.
What do you mean already wrong? There's only two. Twice. There's only 2 people other than me who literally are in VC. That's only you and Kuro.
The first claim was that there are 2 people in the VC.
Yes, other than me. That's the interpretation of my claim. Do you not know what an interpretation is?
That wasn't the interpretation of your claim.
Okay, so what's the justification for that? So it's not an interpretation of my claim, but you're not justifying that. So what is the actual interpretation of my claim? Go ahead.
Justification of your claim?
No, justify my interpretation. Justify my interpretation is not actually true. The interpretation I gave, prove that it's not my actual interpretation. You just said...
It's just false from the meaning of the words.
False from the meaning of the words? Wait, hold on. So just to be clear, you're saying that... so you're saying sentences...
Oh my god, give me 1 second. I need to do something.
Alright, do something. Go ahead.
Yeah, it's not eager. 1 sec. So you can kick the recording button and then put it back in. And put the recording back in once we actually start a topic. But I need to do this thing real quick.
I did not even add the recording button, so I'm pretty sure that was that bitch ass nigga Kuro.
Well, okay, just to... Give me 1 sec.
Yeah, I'm giving you it, bro. Hold on. Chill out.
This is horrible. Yeah. Back.
You're back?
So, just to test your competency. Do you think that you're decently well versed in logic?
Decently well versed in logic? I think I'm just basic on logic. I know the simples of logic. I know inference rules. I know the laws of logic. I know all that type of shit. But I wouldn't say I'm really well versed on logic to the point I can debate on logic. I can just utilize some principles in logic for debating, but I can't debate on logic itself.
Well, okay, so wouldn't say that you're extremely well versed in logic.
No, I wouldn't say I'm extremely well versed. I would just say I'm normal. I can utilize principles within logic. Yeah, that's what I can do. So I can utilize inference rules and shit. But that's pretty much it.
Would you say that you're extremely well versed in metaphysics?
I would say I'm good in metaphysics. Yeah.
Okay. Can you tell me what vacuous daemon is?
A vacuous daemon is? I don't know what a vacuous daemon is.
It's a statement.
Did you cut out? Hello?
It's a statement, a vacuous statement, like a vacuous truth. Tell me when a proposition is vacuously true.
Yeah, I just told you I don't know. So if you want to expand for me, that's fine.
Don't know?
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah, so a statement is vacuously true just in case a statement affirms all F's are G's when there are no F's.
All F for G's if there's no F's.
All F's are G's when there are no F's.
So all F's are G's when there are no F's. Okay, got it. And why is that relevant? Are you just trying to test my competence?
Just trying to test your competency on metaphysics because you said you're extremely well versed.
And do you think... So anybody who doesn't know what vacuous truth is... let me just ask you a question. So if I don't know what vacuous truth is, I'm not well versed in metaphysics? Do you think that's... do you think that follows?
Yeah. That's what I'm trying to...
it's a probability... Okay, so it's a probability...
Can you not interrupt me?
Yeah, I was literally asking you a question so I can continue with my point. So my point is, you're literally saying that it's probably the case that I'm incompetent if I don't know what vacuous truth is. Not that it's certainly the case. So you're just so you're probably you're testing.
That it was certainly
so your results are not 100% accurate. That's fine.
Wait 1 sec. The claim was never that it was certainly the case that you'd be incompetent. The whole point of me giving you a test is not for that test to demonstrate that it's 100% the case that you're incompetent, but that it's plausible or that it's incredibly likely that you are incompetent. And given that you don't know what vacuous truth is, with vacuous truths literally just being integral to metaphysics, so for example Russell's metaphysics or the metaphysics of any metaphysician, it just increases the probability astronomically of you being incompetent on this topic.
So, okay, yeah, so my point is, I understand that you're not saying it's certainly the case, but that's irrelevant. My point is that if you're saying it's probably the case, then you're saying that the results are not 100% accurate. So you cannot actually certainly determine whether I'm incompetent in metaphysics or not.
Me saying
So we can, so let's just start. So now that we've established, that it's not 100% accurate, we can simply debate on a topic. Do you want to debate on the topic, or are you just going to do this dog shit?
Secret, one sec.
Yeah, what's up?
Saying that it's probably the case that X is not me saying that it's the case that the results that I've yielded from this process, it does not yield like 100% accuracy, right? Because
exactly,
it yields 100% accuracy
okay, so you're saying it's probable. Yeah, I understand. So if it's probable, that means it's not 100% accurate. If it's not 100% accurate, then you can't actually determine. So you can't actually determine whether I'm incompetent or not. You can just have a probability claim.
I will mute you if you keep interrupting me.
Yes, but you're literally just making points that you're just supporting my point. Like you're not attacking.
I will mute you. No, I'm not supporting your point.
Yes,
I'm actually trying to refute your point. Then you keep interrupting me for absolutely no reason. So
yeah, okay, so I'll go on mute.
Okay, thank you. Okay, so what I was going to say is that it's saying that some probability is assigned to some proposition. Let's say that probability is like uniform. Let's say that probability is like 50%, right? Me saying that some probability is assigned to some proposition being true is not me saying that I don't have some results that are 100% accurate, which report the probability assignment of this proposition, right? Because results can be 100% accurate insofar as they accurately report the probability of some given proposition. So me saying that the probability of some proposition is not now me saying that the results I've used to get this probability are not 100% accurate. No, because they have to be 100% accurate for the probability assignment to be true. Because remember, probability assignments are the types of things which correspond to evidence. They're grounded in evidence, right? So if the probability of some proposition is like X, then supposedly like either like arbitrarily assign that proposition, that probability, which I don't believe you can do. Because I'm an objective Bayesian, but it'll be grounded in some sort of evidence, right? It's like obviously the results I've used would have to be 100% accurate because I'm using those results to get 100% accurate probability assignment. It's like you're equivocating on accuracy and probability. Accuracy and probability don't really have a lot of aren't really that interrelated when talking about the probability of a proposition. So the test can be 100%. Just to finish off my point, the test can be 100% accurate insofar as that it yields an accurate result in relation to your competency. So me saying that the probability of you being incompetent is not one. It's not me conceding that the test is not inaccurate. No, that's not how it works.
Yeah, so are you done? Because you take big pauses. Okay, so basically this doesn't actually attack anything I'm saying. My point is that you can't actually determine whether I am incompetent or not just based off a question, because the question is just raising the probability that I'm incompetent, not that I'm incompetent myself. So you don't actually have an accurate result on whether I'm incompetent. I'm not. So you're just supporting my point. You're saying that, well, the probability of the proposition Px equals not 1 is obviously just going to entail that it's not 100% accurate. So that's my point. So my point is that you can't actually 100% accurately determine the proposition that I am incompetent. There's no certainty to that claim. So that just means that's not the point. The point here is that you can't actually certainly determine that proposition. Meaning that you trying to determine my incompetency is going to be just retardation. You're just wasting my time. So we can debate on a topic instead of this fucking meta debate level dog shit.
Yeah, so I mean, you could go on mute so you could stop Jericho. I mean, I think Jericho stopped anyway. But like you just like go on mute because Jericho's really bad. But yeah, so you somehow listened to everything I said supposedly, yet everything went into one ear and out of the other ear in relation to the accuracy and the probability assignment. So we can move on, since one, the consensus that you didn't track, and number two, it's just obvious that you did not track anything I said. Like if this was a recorded debate, everybody would fucking laugh at you. But yeah, we can.
Everybody's retarded because clearly, you're just supporting my point.
Wait. Can you let me finish?
Yeah, so you can finish. Go ahead.
So we can move on to an actual topic since that's what you want to do, and since that's what I want to do, given that you didn't track anything of what I said.
Yeah, 100%, man. I didn't track. Yeah. Well done. So
you didn't.
But I clearly did.
Clearly did. You think restating the claim over and over again is going to make it true?
Restating no, but you also did as well. You also restated the claim that I did not track.
Well,
under your
no,
own
it's not just
criteria,
me
so under your own criteria, I can ask you
demonstrated
this question,
that you
right?
didn't track. Like
So,
it's a demonstrable fact that you didn't track. It's demonstrable.
Demonstrable? Define demonstrable.
Demonstrable just means that it's been demonstrated. That I have demonstrated to you.
No, you haven't demonstrated anything.
Okay, if you mistracked again and you think I didn't demonstrate anything, that's completely fine. We can move on to another topic. So what sorts of topics would you like to do with me?
You can just name some theology topics, metaphysics topics. That's fine. Just name some topics.
Okay, so
obviously, before we do that, right?
Yeah,
what's your theological view?
Do you do meta-ontology?
No, I don't do meta-ontology. I have a question. Do you think God is a libertarian agent under absolute divine simplicity? Because I don't think God's a libertarian agent under absolute divine simplicity.
I don't believe in absolute divine simplicity, so...
You don't believe in absolute divine simplicity. Can you define absolute divine simplicity so we can be sure that we are using the same definition?
Absolute divine simplicity holds to the thesis of classical theism, and it also holds to these like 4 like integral theses. The thesis is spatial temporal. Yeah, you need to. One of the theses being spatial simplicity, or just having no spatial proper parts. Now, what it means to have no spatial proper parts is that like there's no portion of you that exists in space that is also distinct from you. Now, another thesis is temporal simplicity, or having no temporal proper parts. So to have no temporal proper parts just means that there is no portion of you which is extended in any temporal region that is distinct from you, right? And then the third thesis is metaphysical simplicity, meaning that there's no temporal or spatial or just non-physical portion of you in general that is distinct from you, right? And then they also hold like theses about like impassibilities, like maybe that could be the 4th thesis. They might believe in the fact that God has no like potential, in like the Aristotelian sense, like God has no like passive potential. And they might also believe in God being like a necessary being, or him having like aseity. Aseity there just meaning that no other being causes him. His existence does not metaphysically or counterfactually depend on the existence of another being. So like those like some of the theses of classical theism. I mean, those like the main theses of classical theism that like that's pretty much all you need to understand to like understand classical theism. So you can go ahead.
Wait, hold on. The last time I spoke to you, right? Your metaphysical account of parts is just something distinct from you, but also included within you. So if you hold that there is no metaphysical composition,
of parts.
I said the last time when I spoke to you, I was being clear, right? Is my internet dog shit? Holy shit! Hello. Hello. Yeah. Hello. Hello, rizzhan. Yeah, so I'm saying...
Yes, I can hear you.
Yeah, so like I was saying, I was clearly clarifying that was your medical account from the last time I spoke to you.
Well, no, that's what I'm trying to clarify. Good.
Okay, so you're saying that your medical account... So you're saying your medical account has changed. Like, what's your medical...
You're not understanding right. In my account of mirology, there was 2 types of parts, which I've articulated to you before. There were proper parts and there were improper parts.
Yeah, we already know what improper parts is.
Wait 1 sec. Improper part is a part of an entity that is numerically identical to the entity, right? And a proper part is a part of an entity that is not numerically identical to the entity.
Right, so you're saying...
my account of parts.
Yeah, so your account of parts... Okay, so when we're talking about proper parts, a proper part is going to be something distinct from an entity, but also included within the entity. Is that correct? Is that your account?
It's included within like the set of real properties of the entity. However, it's like distinct from the entity itself, so it's not numerically identical to the entity.
So if you're saying that there is no metaphysical composition in God, if you hold to that classical theistic thesis, then you're just saying that God is identical to his property because he can't be distinct and also be included within his essence.
I just told you I don't hold to that.
So what do you hold to? You just... Okay, wait,
did I not just tell you 2 times? You asked me to give
so you just said proper parts is something that is not numerically identical.
I told you. You asked me to give a thesis. I never said that I believe in the thesis. In fact, before I
that's
explicitly
not what I'm
stated that I
saying.
do not hold to. I explicitly told you that I do not hold to absolute divine simplicity anymore.
Right.
How do you keep mistracking this, man?
I'm not
That's not what I
mistracking.
believe in.
I'm saying if.
Yeah.
So it's a conditional, right? So do you not know what conditionals are? Do I have to literally tell you what a conditional is?
Jesus
So okay,
Christ.
so I have to literally teach this nigga what a conditional is. Like, is that?
You know what
Are we
conditional claim
serious?
is?
I said okay. I said if you agree that there's no metaphysical composition in God, and we hold to your metaphysical account of proper parts to be exact, then that would just mean that God is identical to his properties. If you hold to the absolute divine simplicity.
Yeah, but I just told you that's irrelevant. Oh my god, I'm telling you that's completely irrelevant because it's not
But
my
I'm
views.
literally trying to
The
do
conditional is
something.
irrelevant to me.
I'm asking you a question so I can make a point. But okay.
I said, bro.
But you didn't let me finish, so you can't actually determine that.
Secret. I said yes. Wait, no, secret. I said yes to the question, and then I told you that this is irrelevant because I don't even hold to absolute divine simplicity. That's what I said.
Yeah, but that's not what I'm trying to
Yo,
derive.
bro, hold on. Can we pause discussion? Hold on.
Holy shit!
Bro,
Turn
you
down
gotta
your
fix
mic.
that, bro.
The fuck? Turn down your mic, dog.
You gotta fix that, bro.
Yeah, bro, you gotta turn on that noise cancellation.
Is my mic actually loud?
No. That was fine. I don't know what that nigga's talking about, but
I'm on my
you gotta
phone, bro. I don't know how I can get loud. But no, bro, you genuinely need to like fix the echo, bro. It's so bad.
It's so bad, but my point is that the conditional is irrelevant because I don't like the question of you're trying to pose is irrelevant. I said yes to the question because that's just going to tell them an ADS. But I said I don't hold to ADS, and that's said that 3 times now.
Yeah, exactly. So I'm trying to make a point, but you didn't let me finish out my point, so you can't actually tell whether it's irrelevant or not.
Saying
So
it's irrelevant because I don't hold to
if you
ADS.
deny divine simplicity, if you deny divine simplicity and give you a metaphysical account, then you would say that God is not identical to his properties, right?
Okay, now it's lagging.
Yeah, hello?
I'm lagging out, by the way.
Oh my lord, bro.
Oh my god. This nigga's in
He's
section
in
8.
the same plan, by the way, but
No, is it like a constant question?
Does he think you saying they don't hold?
Holy shit, bro.
Oh my god. That you hold to the proposition isn't a response to
again, bro, like the guy.
like obviously you're saying the condition is irrelevant.
Yeah, hello? Yeah,
It's
exactly.
not
But I'm
gonna
trying
be
to make a point, so you can't actually determine that. I'm trying to
No,
make a point.
you're lagging out. You're lagging out.
I'm still lagging out, bro. Holy shit. Yeah, what about now? What about now?
Okay, you can keep speaking now.
Okay, so like I'm saying, I'm trying to make a point, but you didn't let me finish. Okay, so now that you gave me these two informations, the first information being that your methodological account, and the second information was just that you don't hold to divine simplicity. So right now that means you don't actually hold that God is identical to his properties. So you think God is distinct from his properties, right?
I think that there's no sort of distinction between God and his property.
What? Like, your mic's literally muffling. Can you say that again? But like more clearly, please.
I said that there's some sort of distinction between God and his properties.
Yeah, but is that distinction virtual or is it actual?
What do you mean by virtual, though?
Virtual means it's grounded within the mind, it's conceptual. But there's no actual distinction within
If it's
reality.
grounded in the mind, then it wouldn't be anything distinct from absolute divine simplicity, because people who hold absolute divine simplicity also hold that God is at least
Oh my
virtually
lord,
distinct.
bro. This guy
His
can't be real.
properties. So the distinction's obviously not virtual.
Bro, some people, yeah, obviously some people think that conceptual distinctions can actually exist. Do you know what scholarly distinctions are? Formal distinctions?
I know what's not a virtual distinction is different from a scholastic distinction.
No, that's not the point. The point is the point is that scholarly distinctions still hold to the fact that the distinctions are conceptual.
You're not understanding. Right, I agree that scholastic distinctions can incorporate this concept. That's not what I'm saying. I'm saying that virtual distinction is not included within the set of scholastic distinctions. The scholastics talked about the formal distinctions, and obviously formal distinctions is a form of a real distinction. A virtual distinction is not a form of a real distinction. Neither a minor virtual or major virtual distinction is a form of a real distinction.
Bro, are you listening? I'm saying that regardless, when I say virtual distinction, right, you might have your own definition of a virtual distinction because obviously you're probably talking about the Thomistic definition of a virtual distinction, but that's not what I mean by virtual distinction. By virtual distinction, I just mean by virtual distinction, I just mean anything that is grounded within the mind. It was conceptual, right? So if it's grounded within the mind, and scholarly distinctions also hold that the meaning of the attributes are conceptual, right? So the attributes are conceptual under a scholastic view.
Wait,
so the actual
Scottists don't hold. Wait, one sec. Scottists don't hold that a formal distinction is grounded in the mind. The distinction between a virtual and formal distinction is that formal distinctions will be imparting concepts, but those concepts will be present in some object in reality, whereas a virtual distinction will be saying that the distinction is grounded in the mind. Now, you know what a grounding relation is, right? A grounding relation is a priority relation, meaning that if something is grounded in the mind, that means that the mind is a necessary precondition. Again, necessary precondition for this distinction to obtain. Now, Scottists don't believe that the mind is a necessary precondition for there to be formal distinctions between objects. They don't hold to that. Whereas a virtual distinction is the type of thing where you need the mind as some sort of necessary precondition, and it's just grounded within the mind. So you're like, I understand how you're even like attacking anything I'm saying.
But well, you didn't even make a point. So the point is here just simply: are scholastic distinctions conceptual or not? Are they conceptual or are they concrete?
What do you mean by what do you mean by conceptual and concrete though?
So conceptual just means that it's going to be abstract, and concrete is just something that's going to be.
What is abstract? What does abstract mean though?
Holy shit! This nigga is literally debate Goody. Okay, so you don't know. So you're just asking me to clarify what abstract means. Okay, abstract. Okay.
For the definition of a word that many philosophers disagree on. Nice.
Bro, so can I clarify my definition of abstract?
I was just saying that I'm not debating.
You're not debate Goonie? Okay, so let me just clarify my definition now since you asked me to define it. So something abstract is obviously going to be something which, dependent upon the view, right? So if you hold to a Kantian view, you're obviously going to think that abstract things are just going to be instrumental things. But if you hold to, for example, a Platonistic view, then you're just going to say that abstract objects actually do exist. So abstract objects are just going to be things that are aspatial, atemporal. Are going to be external to the concrete world. That's just simply what abstract objects are.
Yeah, I mean, I disagree with the analysis of abstract. Sure.
Okay, so what's going to be your definition for abstract objects? Go ahead.
So I take abstract objects, things like numbers, sets, to just be activity in the mind, right? So if you're familiar with like set theoretic activism or propositional naturalism, you know that you'll hold that supposed quote-unquote abstract objects like propositions, supposed quote-unquote abstract objects like sets are just grounded within the activity of the mind, right? So I don't take it to the case that propositions, sets, like any other forms of abstract objects or universals exist especially atemporally, right? Like they exist. I don't take it to the case that they exist independent from concrete objects. I think that if you take this view, you lead to something called the epistemic inaccessibility problem, which is a major problem for Platonism.
Right, so you're taking the Kantian interpretation of what an abstract object is. That's fine, okay? So we both mutually agree to that, right? So, but the point is that when I say that abstract objects are aspatial or atemporal, that just means that they don't actually exist within any physical quantity of the world. Because obviously, no fucking nigga in this VC, I don't think anybody in this VC agrees that numbers literally have a body or they extend over time. Like, that's literally the most stupidest thing you could ever think of. So I don't think there's going to be any disagreements with that. Those are going to be properties of abstract objects. So, and you just said that you hold to the Kantian interpretation because you said they are just activity within the mind. So that's just clear on what abstract objects are now. So now, what is going to be the debate topic? Just to be clear, because we're just meta debating. You realize that, right?
Wait. I want to go over the vertical, like before, you made like loads of claims about the vertical and formal distinction thing, right? So like we can go back to the vertical and formal distinction, right? So again, my analysis and the scholastic analysis of a virtual distinction, and I'm pretty sure this would be your analysis as well, is a distinction that's grounded within the mind. I already explained how in a distinction that's grounded within the mind means that the mind is a necessary precondition, because again, grounding is a necessitation relation. So it means that you're a necessary precondition for this thing to occur. Scottists don't believe that a formal distinction means that the mind is a necessary precondition for the formal distinction to occur. Since Scottists believe that a formal distinction is one that exists in reality, whereas minor and major virtual distinctions do not exist in reality. They exist in the mind, which is why the conceptual distinctions are forms of conceptual distinctions. Now, if it was the case that Scotus did believe that a formal distinction was grounded in the mind, I would probably mean that their version of the Trinity is modalist, right? But their whole point of introducing formal distinctions was to make sure that the Trinity did not collapse into modalism or tritheism. Hence why they introduced formal distinctions which exist in reality. They're not virtual distinctions. I've had this conversation with multiple people before.
Right, so just to be clear, right, so you're just saying that based on the fact that they want to actually provide a distinction between the persons so that they don't fall under a modalist view, they're basically just affirming a real distinction. Right, but that's not the point, because somebody can hold to a conceptual distinction and also hold that conceptual distinction to be a real distinction.
Oh my god, you don't. Yeah, what do you take a conceptual distinction to be then?
Holy shit. Yeah, can you say that again?
Then what do you take a conceptual distinction to be?
Yeah, but that's irrelevant. That's under my interpretation. I'm talking about
Right, that's why I just asked you. What do you take a conceptual distinction to be?
Yeah, I'm literally telling you that's relevant because we have to go under the Scotic interpretation.
Okay, so if we go into the Scotic interpretation, then the formal distinction is not a class of conceptual distinctions, since a formal distinction is that which exists prior to the mind.
Yeah, but
do you want me to?
Is that the Scotic? Wait, hold on.
Use Scotus.
That's your definition.
Wait one sec.
I'm asking you.
I can get a passage. Wait one sec. I can get a passage from Scotus where he explicitly describes formal distinctions as existing prior to the intellect. Virtual distinctions do not exist prior to the intellect. Conceptual distinctions don't exist prior to the intellect. That's the whole point of why they're called virtual and conceptual distinctions, because they're grounded in the mind.
Yeah, so can you give the passage? Because that's your definition, right? But I'm asking you specifically.
Yeah, okay, fine. No, I'll get the passage. One sec.
Who the hell is pinging me in chat? Hold on. Specific user. Mention a specific user. Career secret is the external of Philo Lopez? The fuck? Oh shit, bro. This nigga cool, bro. Yeah, I don't know what Hermes is all about. These two informations, yes, these two informations. I don't know what's wrong with that. You niggas are just saying irrelevant shit to criticize me, but that's fine because you guys are obviously retards, so I don't care about your fucking dog shit opinions. What does X mean? He's the big goon. Bro, Q, are you retarded? He's literally telling me some obvious shit. Like, obviously, just because I said what does X mean, just because he said what does X mean does not mean he's not the big goon. Like, that's pretty clear. Like, if somebody asks you what does the word what mean, the word what, yes, exactly. Obviously, that's going to be the big goon. I don't know why that even applies. And within the context that he was doing it, he kept asking me. I defined it again. He kept asking me for more further clarification to the point where he was about to get into ad infinitum. So obviously it's in the big gooning.
Oh wait, it was explicit. I didn't to find 3 words.
Okay, so did you find the passage?
I'm trying to find the passage because I'm trying to find it on the SCP.
Okay.
Yeah, I think I found it here.
SCP.
This is analysis. It's the SEP.
Okay, and
Standard Encyclopedia of Philosophy.
Yeah, I know that website, bro. Like, Jay.
I'm just reading for you.
What's this nigga saying?
Can you turn off your mic just
Let me secret.
I wasn't talking to you. I don't know why you assumed that I was talking to you. I'm talking to Secret.
I'm just saying that it's not bro.
I can understand that.
Yeah. Just clarifying that it's not me, it's Secret. I was incorrect.
Yeah, that's fine. I understand now. And I understood from the beginning it doesn't matter.
Bro. Buddy, you ain't fighting that shit, bro. You are not fighting that shit.
Wait, Secret, aren't you the guy that wrote a Divine Simplicity paper back in the day?
Divine,
And
yeah, I
then
think,
one
yeah, I did, but like, didn't finish it, to be honest. It was supposed to be a PDF, but I'm not doing all of that, bro. Like, I just got bored. I have new critiques of Divine Simplicity now. Bro, I'm just speaking to my boy, Serenity, bro. Like, chill out. I just have a critique to Divine Simplicity where if you hold to Divine Simplicity, then you're just holding to the fact that God is not a libertarian agent. And obviously that's going to be contradictory to most Abrahamic religions, so classical theists are obviously going to be fucked on that, so that's just going to be a problem for them.
Neoclassical theist, if you're a neoclassical theist and you hold to there being no backwards causation, and you also hold to being the case that God exists in time, they run into the exact same problem, by the way.
Nope.
We can talk about that later.
Yeah, that's not. Being in time means you're not a libertarian agent? Damn, bro.
I gave you bro. I gave you this kind of tracking. I gave you multiple conditions.
Yeah, you told me multiple conditions. But you're saying that, you run into this problem because of these conditions. But obviously that's not going to be the case.
One of them was
right, yeah, so since you agree, then you're saying that being temporal or existing in time entails that you're not a libertarian agent, which is obviously false because we are temporal, we exist in time, and we are libertarian agents. So that's going to be contradictory to empirical evidence. You're obviously not tracking. You're not tracking. You're dog shit. You're not tracking.
I'm not saying that because you believe that God is in time, you'd be conceding to the fact that God is not a libertarian.
Now you're contradicting your prior claim.
I gave you multiple conditions.
You're contradicting your prior claim. I just said, I clarified what you said, and then you said yes. So what I clarified was that you were saying that because of these conditions, God will not be a libertarian agent. And then you said yes. So you're conceding to that. So now you're saying that's not the case. So you're contradicting your... You have it on recording, by the way. It's on recording. So it's on recording. You're actually embarrassing yourself. This is the last time when we debated. You're a genuine liar. You are such a liar, bro. You are such a liar. Last time we debated, this nigga said, essences don't exist because they're collections. And then he said, no, I don't think they don't exist because of collections. I think they don't exist because...
Oh my god, I'm gonna seven mute you. Like, you're actually so annoying. Like, I'll try to say 5 words, then you're already trying, it's actually concerning. Right, you said earlier that because I said that God was temporal, it would be the case that he's not a libertarian agent. I said no. I gave multiple conditions distinct from him being temporal. I said that if you're a neoclassical theist who believes in backwards causation and also believes that God exists in time, that I added the backwards causation condition, and would believe that God is not a libertarian agent. That's a consequence if you're holding to the conjunction of those three. That's what you said originally. You said that because I said that God was temporal, that would mean that that would mean that he'd be a libertarian. That's not what I said. Non-libertarian agent. That's not what I said. That's distinct from what I said. Retard.
You did not try at all. So obviously, right, you said because of these 3 conditions, we can derive the conclusion that God is not a libertarian agent. Now, obviously, just be clear, right? When you say that, then you're saying that being temporal is going to be a part of the reason. So you're saying the conjunction of both being temporal and a backwards causality are going to be conditions or reasons that derive the conclusion that God is not a libertarian agent. That means saying God is temporal is also going to entail that God is going to be a libertarian agent in conjunction to another fact. So you're saying that it's...
Are you retarded? For the conjunction to be true, both the conjuncts in the conjunction to be true. Meaning that if only one of the conjuncts is satisfied, it doesn't mean that you can make a true statement in the form of God is temporal, therefore he is a non-libertarian agent. Because both of the conjuncts have to be satisfied in the conjunction for it to be true. I'm saying that there are 2 conditions. One of the conditions is him being temporal, but him being temporal is not enough. You also need this other condition, which is that there is no backwards causation. Right? There's 2 conditions that you need to satisfy. Satisfying one of the conditions is not enough, so you can't say that.
Holy shit!
Because God is temporal, that means he's not a libertarian agent. No, I disagree with that. You need the other condition for the statement to be true. Which is what I'm saying. So I'm not mistracking anything.
Yeah, buddy, you did not track, right? Because you didn't let me finish what I said, so you put me on 70. So what I was saying is that if you agree that both conjuncts are going to be the reason or the way we can derive the conclusion X, then you're saying that one of these conditions are also going to be a part of the reason. I didn't say that's going to be the whole reason. I said it's a part of the reason. So you're strawmanning me by saying when I said that. Oh, so being temporal just means that God's a libertarian agent? I didn't say that. I didn't say merely. I didn't say. Wait, hold on. Let me finish. So now you're being hypocritical.
No, you literally
He's being
said that.
hypocritical. You're being hypocritical.
Oh
Oh my
quote
lord.
me. Your quote was, "Oh, because God is temporal, he is not a libertarian agent." That was your quote of what I said, and I said that's not what I said. Right? You misquoted me. That's not what I said. You're saying that because God is temporal
I was
and
quoting
variable
myself.
backwards correlation,
Yo.
then he's not a libertarian agent. That is what I said.
But I was literally quoting myself. You did not track. Oh my lord, this nigga is dog shit.
You were quoting. Oh
You're
my
literally
God.
fake or
Bro, you were quoting me.
No, I'm
That's what I
not.
just said. Like, what do you mean? That's what I said. You're trying to quote something about what I just said, right? And you obviously quoted it wrong. But
No.
you tried to quote me.
No.
Tried to quote me. Jesus Christ, like, bro. Oh my God, you're such an idiot, bro.
You're so retarded. You're actually retarded. I was quoting myself. Literally, I was quoting myself. I was not quoting you at all. You're such a liar, bro.
Okay, you're quoting yourself. From where were you quoting yourself?
Yeah, I was quoting myself. Yeah.
Like, I'm just, bro. You can just be left on 7
Oh, so he's not letting me respond. He's not letting me respond. So this is not recording, by the way.
Okay. Say wallahi, I'm lying.
Lie? You could just be wrong. That doesn't necessarily mean you're lying.
Say wallahi, I'm lying.
But I don't necessarily know if you're lying. You could just be wrong. You could have just mistracked because you're a retard. Not necessarily that you're lying. Because if you're lying, that's
so
intentional.
You just said that I'm a liar. Wait, okay, so you just said I'm a liar. Now you're saying, oh, I don't know if you're lying. You could just be wrong. So it's true that I'm not a liar. So I'm not lying. So we can obviously disagree with that claim. So you've already conceded on one of the claims being not being true. So like we can go off of that claim. Now say wallahi I am wrong. Not that wallahi I could just be wrong, because obviously I could be wrong. Right? Say wallahi I am wrong.
Yeah, wallahi you are wrong.
You really want to say wallahi? You just broke it fast, bro. Like, bro.
Oh no! Yes, you are clearly wrong because I was literally quoting myself. Even when I even specified that when I said that God is so God being proposed a libertarian agent and I laughed at you, right? That was what the thing I was quoting. I literally even said when I said. And then I gave the quote. So obviously you're not tracking. And second of all, when I called you a liar, I'm just thinking.
You quoted something, you laughed at me. The whole point is that you quoted me and then you tried to laugh at me, or you at least tried to quote me, and then you tried to laugh at me. That was the whole point.
No.
Jesus Christ. So you just lied on wallahi, which is like not surprising given the type of person you are.
Oh my lord, bro. He's. Am I supposed to be unmuted? Is my internet gone? What's going on? Am I supposed to be unmuted? No, rizzhan, bro. No.
Jesus Christ, bro. This guy's an idiot.
I want my cake.
Rizzhan, you dumbass, bro. I wasn't quoting you when I said that. I was just saying that's an entailment of your claim. And when I specified,
that's not an entailment of my claim.
You're fake oral farming. You're fake oral farming. You keep putting me on serving me and you don't let me finish my points. So
that's not an entailment of my claim.
Either is gonna be the case
that's the
that
whole point. Oh my god, that's not an entailment of my claim.
Yeah, exactly. So it's not a quote as well. So it's not a quote of your claim either, right?
No. The whole point is that.
Oh shit! Oh shit!
You at least tried to quote me, then you quoted me wrong. That's what I'm saying. I'm saying you quoted me wrong. Saying that you quoted me wrong. You tried to capture what I said, and then you captured it wrong. Like you didn't capture it in that statement, which is a false quote. Is like you quoted me wrong. That's the whole entire point. The whole point is that even if what you said isn't an entailment of what I said, the fact is that you still tried to quote me.
He's not unmuting me. So you just conceded, right? And not just that, right? So watch him put me on 7 me, right? He's not gonna let me finish. So I wasn't quoting you, right? I was saying that's a consequence of what you said. That's not a quote. So affirming that X is a consequence of a claim Y is quoting Y. Obviously, that's not going to be false.
Wait.
Oh, okay,
Are you a retard? It can be.
I'm not engaging. I'm not engaging with this nigga. I'm not engaging. No point. I'm not engaging.